Hello there, Ragewood here, back with another video, looking at Dragonheir once again today. I'm looking at the Shinnah Chief Challenge and Otherworld boss. Now, this boss is one of the easier ones when it comes to sort of mechanics. There's no fancy positioning or anything. It's similar to like the Radiant Shinnah we had in Season 3. A little bit harder, but positioning wise or anything, it's all random, so as I say, nothing particularly fancy to do with placements. So let's take a look. So she is vulnerable to fire damage this time, 280 as usual, no controlled as usual, but this is what is different. She ignores 35% of the defense when attacking to enemies inflicted with frost. Now, she doesn't normally place frost, but she does on this one. She shoots 3 projectiles, dealing cold damage. Prioritizes attacking enemies not inflicted with frost. So, yeah, it's sort of scattergun depending on whether you have frost or not. And obviously this will happen twice. Do bear in mind that if you have frost on the first hit, the second 2 will ignore a portion of your defense. The ultimate then casts it for 6 seconds, deems you'll hit 10 people essentially with a 50% chance. So this is where, it's easier in that you can just bunch everyone up essentially. Like I've done here, it doesn't matter what you do. When I start the fight, you'll find that these 3 melee heroes sort of march up. And yeah, you could just press play. It's going to be a bit of a luck fest, I suppose, because some runs you'll have will be pants due to RNG, other ones will be fantastic, again, due to RNG. Now, cleanse is quite important here, but I'm not running any. We only need 22 million. I don't need to survive the entire fight. I just need to live long enough to do the 22 million. Now, I've got 2 teams here. I've got a burn team and a wild team. Now, I don't know if I am lucky or unlucky in that with my Season 4 pulls, I didn't really get anyone, but I did get Pakeston 6 times. Not sure how I feel about that, but there we go. I did get him. I didn't get Ufir. I didn't get the line. There were so many people I didn't get, but I did pull a buttload of Pakeston, so he's sort of super goosed up right now. Mashtan I have here. She's not skilled or anything. Just well statted. Now, burn-wise, if you have Shetius, if you have Durham, if you have Calf, feel free to use them here. I did not pull a single one of them during the Season 2 pulls. And if you don't have legendaries, that's fine as well. Biggs is incredible, especially when it comes to placing Witch's Remains. Ratches can blow stuff up, which is fantastic as well. And Percival was also great for a single target damage, so certainly don't sleep on these. As you can see, I have one level 1. Mashtan is 90, but is level 5, just so we could get the rune on. Elminster is only level 4, and everyone else is ranked up using the Enlightenment Aura here. And yeah, it's just a case of simply sort of pressing play and letting it go. Now, the reason why I have Elminster on the front line there, and the melee's the other side, is so that when he does do his shield, it will hit the 3 guys at the front for a bit of survivability. If you're using Cinderella, Calavera, whoever, again, Ogok, Big Cook, you can place them wherever you'd like. Vikuk is obviously being especially good due to the cleanse that he brings. And this is it. It's not the fastest team in the world, but it does the job. Pakeston obviously being the main damage dealer here. largely just due to his stats that he has from the iterations. But Mashtan certainly sort of not slacking. I think there's going to end up being like around a 10% difference between the two. So I'm just going to fast forward this now for the sake of speed. I don't remember if we last the entire fight, but we do just about do enough to see us through. We're just at the halfway mark with 30 seconds spare, so should be reached where we want to reach within sort of 4 minutes. There we are. So, 1 minute 20 left to go when we reach that sort of threshold. And looks like we're not going to have too many issues surviving the entire fight. Mashtan goes down, but Paxton and Frubath last the entire fight. So 35 million. Obviously, we only need 22 here. So that is perfect for us. We will save that one. So next up is a wild team. Now this wild team is my chief challenge team. I'm not blessed with tons and tons of wild heroes. I think fire is actually probably my weakest sort of school of damage. And this is what I'm running. Again, very lucky on season 3 to get sitting around lots of times. Didn't pull a single rook, got 1 Oddsel and I got 2 Aemon Laders. So yeah, we are running Sidney as our healer, Erich to support, Felicity, I've been super lucky and I've pulled her twice from Purple Dice, with Alfie and Tonelnan. Actually, now one thing I can do is I did actually get an attack percentage chest, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So let's see what it rolls. HP, accuracy, attack. Losing a lot of HP, but we are gaining a lot of attack. So we will flick that on there. We'll see how we do. Now, I was running a skill timing to get Alfie and Felicity sort of in the same time, but I just ended up dropping that eventually just because I scored higher without. And again, once again, there's no special timings or things like that. It's simply just a case of let the guys cook almost. Felicity going first because of just the procs that she gets. And that's sort of that. Now, again, this team did score around 100 million for me. If you have Flora, obviously you will use Flora, and Flora will score way higher. I've seen sort of 200 million scores with Floras involved. Easy peasy. Again, I'm just not fortunate enough to have that. Hence my 100 million scores, Alfie's particularly good here to make sure that we continuously get our wild procs. And also do bear in mind that this will score probably a little bit higher than 100 million. Once again, largely because of the alliance bonuses that we get when we reach the chief challenges. So I've got to sort of where I was. So everything above this, so about 10 million more than what I scored, 20 million-ish. 127 is what we finished on, so about a 30%, 25-30% increase due to the sort of the Otherworld bonuses. So I think what I'm going to do now is like I did with the... what was the other idiot I did? Radiant team ones. Just going to pause here. I'm going to jump into the various discords and just show you sort of what else is out there and what else is possible. So taking a look here then. This gentleman is using Flora, Victor, Horus, etc. Now, I'm sure that he stopped this early because, say, Flora can do a lot of damage, but then also he might not have, because actually looking at it, there's only Alfie is a wild hero, so potentially, you know, did reach its max, but who knows. Felicity, Elminster, Tunnel above 27 million with Elminster and Holdork. Now, as you've sort of seen, you can score way higher than that with that team, but again, you don't need to. Looking at another gentleman here, he's using Calf with Arachis and 2 level 1s. So as you can see, you know, if you're fortunate enough to have the pirate, you know, happy for you. I say that sarcastically. Yeah, still doing the required damage threshold, and again will score a lot higher as well. Now this one's quite difficult to see, but we do have a team with Foley, Althea, Adolphus, Cyphris, and I forget that chick's name. But again, no legendaries in there at all, doing 27 million. And again, apologies for the zoom, but hopefully you can make out we've got a Durum, Arachis, Paxton, Sigurd, Calavera doing 20 million. Felicity Tomnaunen with Horus, Adolphus, and Alfie, 28. Car for Shetius. Furbath, Elminster, and a Liko. Liko's level 1 here, again getting it done. And down here, Erich and Flora. So a slightly sort of better view. Durum with Arachis, level 1 Liko, Horus and Hexandra. Paxton, Majtan, Cinderella with 2 level 1s and a wild team at the top. And once again, just another one where we've got epic and rare damage dealers getting it done. So, you know, I just want to highlight that just because I'm using legendary heroes to showcase here, you know, you don't need them. Say Otherworld is very nice. Excuse me. With the buffs, you don't need to, say, last the entire fight. You don't need to score hundreds of millions. You just need to do enough. And that's all that matters. You can use level 1s, you know, run a team if you find you're doing well over the damage threshold, because one hero can do it on her own. Take that one hero out, set up another team. Get your chest of radiance on there. Get your 5 team affinities and just go to town. So hopefully you have found this insightful. Thank you for taking the time to watch. As always, look after yourselves, take care, work hard, but as always, play harder, and I'll see you in another one soon. Cheers.